Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 4, Episode 103. And left home early, went to work, checked in at work, went upstairs, went to my desk, moved my seat around so it looks like I was there. And we just left the office. And we're going across the way here to a grocery store where we're going to meet a guy. And he is going to be on the trip with us today. Today we're expecting to hit a minimum of 4 casinos, play at least 2 sessions of blackjack, if not more. And we'll be traveling with a ploppy. So I will be speaking into the phone like I'm just doing it for the record. I may or may not tell elaborate stories here when he's in the car with me, but when he's not around, I'll probably explain more stuff. So if you notice things are a little unusual in the way that I'm talking about stuff, that is the reason why. First stop today is going to be a slots-only casino, and we're going to hit that. I expect to make okay money there, not huge money, but then after that, we do have a team meeting. So I'll have to pull over for that. If he can get here fast enough, no matter what, I will have to pull over because I had to stop at work because the team meeting is early. So after our first casino, we'll pull over, do the team meeting, and then that should be the only thing we have to worry about today for work. Also, last night caught up on everything that I needed to for work. Everything's looking good there, so should be minimal time checking in on things, and everything should be fine. So yesterday, some craziness ensued, and we got out of there alive, but would have loved to have 1 or 2 more hands in that shoe, but they already cut it so thin. I was very lucky just to get what I did get, and luckily that big double down for $1,500 went well. Really, that's what's happening right now. It was raining. Looks like it's starting to clear up here. I will have to stop for fuel between the first and second stop. So maybe we'll stop for fuel, do our meeting at the same time, and I'll come back and update you soon. All right, guys. I am walking around this place. I actually played for about 20 minutes, then went to the car. For my meeting. My meeting ran about 20 minutes shorter than expected, so I came back in. My friend is still in here playing. He claims that he's down about 300, which I believe. And before I went to the car, I was up 93. Went to the car, took care of the meeting, came back in, and right now I'm up about $5. And I'm waiting for him to finish up. Looks like he's just about finished up. So I think we're going to get out of here and move on to bigger and better things. And so up 98 overall, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I am back. So we went into this place, and he went his own way, I went my own way, and just started doing what I do. I found a couple slot plays, played those through, and made $34 on those. And then I went and played some blackjack on a low limit table, the only low limit table that's stay 17, and I spread one hand of $50 to one hand of $400, and had some really bad variance right off. I mean, I wasn't getting crushed for thousands or anything, but just all the bad stuff that could happen was happening. And I was down about $900 when we had a dealer change. I hated the other dealer. I had actually complained about her in the past where I had like 8,000 in chips and I wanted to color some of them up, and she wouldn't let me. She said wait till the end to color them up. So anyway, I kept playing, and when I got to the table, there was already a guy there. I let him finish out the shoe because I had seen that table earlier, but I didn't want to sit down because it was halfway through the shoe. So I waited for him to finish the shoe, When he finished up, I started the next one with him, and he's like, "Thank you for for waiting and all that." And I'm like, "No problem, brother. I know what it's like." Um, and started losing, like I said. Got in about 900. Dealer change happened, and then the other dealer came right before the dealer change. Actually, things were starting to get better. I was actually in more than 900. I was in for 2,000 at that point. 300, 300, 300, 300, 300, 300, 200, and that last 200 was a double down that I had, and that one worked out, and I got myself up to like 1,700. And then the other dealer came, and when the other dealer came, this older guy, older man, um, also came, and he just wrecked everything for us. Things started going awful, and he got like 7 blackjacks and 10 hands, and then he ended up raising and raising and raising his bets and losing it all anyway. So it's like, what's the point anyway of doing that? But he ended up busting and leaving. The other guy ended up leaving because he was only there because his flight got delayed. So, of course, you go to the casino when your flight gets delayed. And he didn't know how far it was to the airport. He was worried he wasn't going to make it. And so he leaves, and I continue playing. I had a couple points there. We had some really big counts and really stacked up the chips. Went max bet, max bet, max bet, 5 or 6 or 7 hands in a row, and won a bunch of them in a row. Push, win, stuff like that. And I ended up also rat holing a lot of chips, so that when I left, it looked like I'd bought in for 2,000, but I'd colored up 1,200 in actuality. And so I ended up actually leaving ahead $493 on that one. So overall, plus 493 minus plus whatever I said, 34 on the slots. And I got to move on to another casino here. Waiting for my buddy to get out here because there's a guy with a play at another casino waiting for me. We're gonna split it, and this guy's taking forever. I may just leave him. In fact, I think I'm just gonna leave him, and we'll have to come back later, maybe in a couple hours, and pick him up. So that's what's going on right now. Plus 493 on the blackjack, plus 34 on the slots, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I'm back. So we went on to this next casino, and I met a friend there, and he was sitting on a play waiting for me. I don't know why, because I would have trusted him just to play it through. We played that one through. We both lost about $20 or $25 on that one. Played 2 or 3 other ones. We won a few, lost a few, and when we parted ways, we were each down $48. Then later on I saw that same machine had just hit for a jackpot when I was leaving, but whatever, that happens randomly. But then I went to a whole different area, found a couple other plays, made back another 40, and ended up leaving that session down $8. I think that's my first down session in about 10 stops or more, so that's good. Also met a guy who knows me through this. And actually I know his son, and he listens, and so that was kind of nice to meet him. That would be the Flash's father, so if he's listening. So anyway, it was nice to talk and get to know each other a little bit, and I'm surprised actually that he didn't recognize me, but it was nice to meet. Maybe we could go on a trip together sometime if you're not too busy. But anyway, minus $8 there. We're moving on to another spot, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I am back. So I am sitting in a bank parking lot with this clown. Oh my gosh! So he lost like $1,200 at that last casino, and now we're at the bank because he needs to get money because the other casino that we're going to has blackjack, and he wants to play and get his money back so his wife doesn't yell at him. So that's what he's doing. He's going in there to get money. So I apologize for being kind of short in that last clip, but he was sitting next to me. So I just want to say to the Flash's father, it was very nice to meet you today. You're an awesome guy, and hopefully we can do something together sometime and make some money somehow. So anyway, overall for the day so far, we're up like $600. Not great, but not terrible. Could have been a lot worse. I really expected to get more blackjack sessions in, but just timing has not been good today. So between my team meeting this morning and then this guy slowing me down and a bunch of other stuff happening, it hasn't been great. So anyway, as soon as we're done here, we're going to move on to the next casino, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I am back. So I want to ask you a question. I want to know who else gives you this much content in this industry. Who else? Tell me who else. It doesn't have to be like how to all the time. It has to be how I did, how people do, what's going on in the industry, real life on the street stuff. Nobody gives you more content than this. There is no one else who gives you this much content. And so I just want to start it off by saying that. And I want to tell you what happened at this place. Walk into this place with my buddy, and he's complaining because he had to go to the bank and get a bunch of money out because his wife is mad that this morning he went to the bank and he pulled a bunch of money out, like $1,200, and he lost that in the car with me. So she's mad. So in order to cure the anger from his wife, he decided that he was going to get more money out, and that's going to fix it, because then he's going to play blackjack and he's going to win all his money back, and then she's going to be happy because he won. I really can never see anything like that happening, but okay. So we go into this place, and we see a machine right away. It's borderline. I tell him, don't play it. It's too borderline. You're going to find other things in here that are better than that. Oh, you just don't want me to have it. Okay, I don't want you to have it. You're right. Go ahead and take it. So he goes ahead and takes the play. I go around. I look at everything else. I play everything. I do everything I need to. I'm in there for half an hour or more. I'm ahead $67. I come back out. I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go. Are you ready to go? And he's like, no, I'm still not done yet. I'm still playing. He plays this stuff so slowly. So S-O-O-O-O-O-O-O, slowly. He plays everything so slowly. And I'm like, dude, why don't you just spin it a little bit faster? Oh, no, I know what I'm doing. If you spin it fast, then you don't get as much money. I'm like, okie doke. So I decide I'm going to go get myself something to eat because I haven't eaten anything yet. So for the day, like, I had a candy bar and a little bag of chips, like 400 calories all day today. So I need to eat something. So I start walking over to the food area, and I hear John Smith, Patty Waladaki, Joe Kickass, please come to the promotions area. You have won for this hour. I'm like, what did I win? I didn't enter anything. I saw a huge drum with like 5 million entries in it. Like a gigantic drum, like 8 feet wide and 4 feet tall, completely full of postcards. I didn't put a postcard in there, so I don't know what they're talking about. So I go over there, and Patty Wallabacky, or whatever her name was, is next to me. And so we go to the desk, and I say, I'm Joe Kickass. And she's like, oh, you've won. I'm like, well, what did we win? Oh, we don't know yet. We need to go spin the wheel. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I saw a wheel on my way over here, and it had some gigantic numbers. And if I could win some of those numbers, oh, no, it's not that wheel, it's this wheel. I'm like, okay, let's take a look at this wheel. The numbers on this wheel were bigger. I'm like, okay. So I'm looking, and the lowest number on the wheel is $500. And the highest number on the wheel is $5,000. Well, the first guy goes, and he spins, and it doesn't go all the way around. He had spun $1,500, and I blame him for all of this. It doesn't go all the way around, so he has to spin again. Spins again, he goes, instead of $1,500, he ends up with $750. He's excited, he's happy. Then this lady goes, and she spins it and gets $3,000. I'm like, dang, I'd just take anything in between that would be nice. Just don't give me $500. And so I spin the wheel and actually recorded it. I might be able to publish it. I'm not sure if it has casino information on it or not. It might. I spin it and going, $500, the lowest possible thing. Okay, well, I'm still happy. I got 500. She goes, well, do you have the app on your phone, our app? I'm like, yeah, why? Well, if you have the app on your phone, you get an extra $50. I'm like, okay. So I show her the app, and she said, okay, you're going to have $550. Just give us 5 minutes to put it on there. I'm like, take 10 minutes. I don't care. That's fine. Let's go. So they put the 550 on there eventually. Actually, it takes about 25 minutes. They put it on there, and now I go back to my friend, and I'm like, dude, I just won $550. And he's like, well, I'm still playing this. Oh, you're still playing this? We just went through a half hour of walking. They announced some winners. I go all the way to the promotions area. I wait for them to verify. We stand in line. We do our spins. We verify we have the app. They put the thing on there, and you're still spinning this stupid thing? I said, why don't you spin it a little bit faster? Oh, no. Can't do that. So, okay, fine. So now he finishes, and he's like, why don't you take this play? And there's an okay play, not a good play, but an okay play on there. And I'm like, okay, well, I got all this money. I have 7 days to use it. I'm not going to be back here for at least 5 or 6 days. So instead of risking losing all of it, let me just go ahead and try. So I play it, and I end up doing okay. I end up turning the 550, 400 of it into like 600. So I'm happy with that. And then a friend of mine shows me a trick to turn the rest of it into cash, which I never knew would work here, but it did work here. So I'm happy about that. So all in all, I had originally won $67, and then I went back with the 550, and I turned that to like 527 or something like that, 528. Anyway, or 728. So I ended up leaving ahead $795 plus $795 there, and we had already won 6 something, so we're up 1,400 plus today. And I really thank this guy for giving me this little tip about how to convert the remaining free play. Normally this is just a theory that it would work, but most places have it blocked, let's just say, and it actually did work, so I thank him for that. And so, yeah, everything is good. But in the meantime, my buddy just woke up and decided, yeah, I want to eat. So he goes back, and I got a burger too after this, and he was still playing. Double cheeseburger with no bun, and I ate that. That's him calling me. 1 second. Anyway, I don't know what I was saying. He broke my concentration, but he went to eat, and so he just finished eating. He's coming back to the car. I'll update you after I drop him off, but that's where we are right now, and I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. Dropped this guy off, and he was telling me all kinds of stories in the car that are just ridiculous stories. I don't know what to believe and what not to believe, but let's go back to us and what's going on with us and this podcast here. That was an interesting experience, spinning that wheel, winning that money, and being able to turn that into even more money, making something out of nothing, making 1,400 plus today, and it looked like it was going to be a bad day yesterday, 1,400 plus also, and that could have been a disaster at one point, but it all worked out, and we continue to push forward. We had a great week last week, about 10K. I think this week we're about 5 or 6 or more. I have to look, but everything is looking good, and I updated my chart, and I actually made a profit last month. I thought I probably lost about 20,000, but I actually made money last month, which is good, just not in blackjack, unfortunately. But as for today, what did I eat today? I had a double cheeseburger, no bun, with some mustard on there, and that was really good. I would give that like a 9 or a 10 on a scale of 2 through ace. And my friend from Vancouver said to me today that I had said something was a jack on a scale of 2 through ace, and he thought that was like the highest rating I've ever given. And he thought maybe I should go to a Michelin star restaurant and maybe I could get an ace rating on something. And I'm saving the ace for something big. I don't know what yet, but it's going to be something very good. And but so far so good today. Almost home. And what did you tip today, MW? And I did not tip today, unfortunately for the dealers. I had some one nice dealer, one not so nice dealer, and I did not tip. But you know what? They're never going to remember that, so it doesn't matter. Everyone around me was tipping, and everyone around me lost all their money, and I'm going home with money. So I think I'm going to let you guys go for now. Got a lot going on tonight, and tomorrow we'll be spending time with the family, and then Sunday it's going to be right back to the podcast, and hopefully keep building on what we've done. And this week, pretty much every session has been positive except that $8 I lost, I think, this week. So they've all been really good sessions as far as I can tell. And we'll build on that some more. So for now, I'm going to let you go. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.